getting a quote from the factory, it says FOB and their city and country. It's not including shipping. So you need to ask the factory sometimes to help with the quote. And if they don't do it, then you basically have to ask them, how is it going to be packaged over there in master cartons, inner cartons, and then you have to give it to a shipping agent. And you can find them. It's simple to find. There's plenty of them in your areas where the ports are, and get the quote and amortize and include that in the cost of your product. You don't want to be selling the product for a certain price and forgetting to include the shipping, which can cost depending on how much it is you're shipping and what the weight is and so forth. The other thing I want to bring up, which I'm incorporating some of the questions that are coming in here, is barcode for packaging. When if you end up forgetting to do it when it's in China, let's say in your factory, Nick, and it comes here, you can always put a label on, a manufacturer's UPC label, which is your own label, and it has a unique number to it that's registered with the government that is basically available through whatever registers are being used. It's a whole universal system. But if you have the barcode prepared, and you give it as part of the packaging and the copy and so forth that you're using, the text and graphics and whatever it is, to a factory, then they'll produce it for you. So just bring up that point. Let's see, what else do we have?
And don't forget the artwork, of course, the artwork for both the... it's easy to... You always think about the product packaging, and of course you'll have artwork for that, which you'll need a graphic design packaging guy to put that together for you and send that to the factory. That's earlier on in the process. But also don't forget the artwork for the cartons. What do you want written on that carton? How many do you want in that carton? What's the rough weight that you want to achieve? The factory will be very helpful with that. But if you need to tell them, what to write on the carton itself. So it's another thing to think about.
Excellent. Well, a
lot to think about.
Yeah, and then once the product gets over here, then it's up to us. You're out of it as the factory, as the manufacturer, and it's up to us. We're the marketer.
Right.
You mean, Nick, you can't sell my product for me? I'm only kidding. That's you bring it up to that point, and then that's half the battle. Getting through the whole designing, manufacturing, and then what? You should be prepared, and if you're not prepared, then you have it, and you have to make some decisions. Am I going to catalogs? Am I going online internet, my own internet website, an Amazon.com type of thing? Am I looking for mass retail distribution? Am I going to trade shows? Hopefully I have all these questions answered before I start manufacturing. That's in my opinion, but everybody has their own ways of doing it. Everybody has their own ways of doing it.
Well, if you're going to do it yourself as an inventor, it's asking for a lot, because you're asking not only to be an inventor to come up with the product, but to be a businessman, to be a manufacturer, an exporter, an importer. It's a lot. It's a big ask.
It is.
And I think that's, in all honesty, that's a lot. That's why, why a lot of people do find it difficult to get their products, get traction, or to get stuff made. And that's why I say, and I mean, of course, I'm also, marketing my own company, but I would say, use experts to do an expert's job. The same way as you use a patent lawyer to do a patent for you. If you want to get stuff made in China and get it done right and get it done first time without wasting time and money, then you need to use a professional company. And we are not the only company out there, of course, but use a company like ours to do it. I would recommend it.
Well, thank you so much, Nick. Spend a quick moment on your company. Tell us what you do. There was a question that came in. Do you do textiles?
Yes, we do. We have a fair bit of experience with textiles. Textiles is a tricky one. It's not one that is suitable for low quantities typically, unless it's a very unique textile. But I would certainly take a look at it. And if it's something unique that has perhaps higher margins, lower quantity but higher margin, or normal stuff that's very high quantity, then then we take a look at it.
So you can really do anything that's made. You can really either do at your factory or you can source for us, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
We do everything, right from the concept all the way to the shipping and every single stage in between, and or just pick one of those stages and we'll do it. And also in terms of the number of the type of product, very, very diversified. We've probably getting on for maybe 1,000 different projects in every different market sector you can imagine, from baby clothes to medical products to electronics to LED lights. We've pretty much looked at it all and done it all.
Excellent. And your website is China2West.com, and it's the number 2 in the middle, so it's China2West.com. This is Nick Cunningham. He's the CEO of China to West. He's actually live on the air with us. It's, I think, maybe 11 o'clock in China right now. And he's
in the morning.
Right?
Yep.
In the morning.
It's fun.
And,
yeah.
Right? And
it's a fine day.
We really appreciate having you on our show, as well as being a long-term and long-time sponsor of Got Invention Radio. We really appreciate your support. And I'd also like to thank the other sponsors of Got Invention Radio. We have Inventors Digest Magazine, Mojo 3D printers. You can make your own prototypes in your home like a little desktop computer. United Inventors Association, which is UIAUSA.org. Thank you for your support. QuickPatents.com, Carter, DeLuca, Farrell, and Schmidt Law Firm. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening to the radio show. Nick, thank you again. You are a great guest, and this is a ton of information that you presented to us. And it's great for these inventors. They need this. I learn something new every single time. Thank you so much for your support of the show and for helping the inventors out there, Nick.
Well, thanks very much, Brian. I really appreciate it. And I love to help people out. Even if we don't do business, then I can certainly be advice. It maybe cost you a beer. That's it.
Thank you so much. That was Nick Cunningham, the CEO of China to West Group, right? China to West Group. Thank you so much. You could go to China2West.com with the number 2 in the middle. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, keep on inventing and keep moving your ideas forward. Have a great night. Thank you again.